Capricorn, you are up for the December money energy reading. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. All right, this is the money reading. The love reading is already up for December for all the signs. The general readings are already up for December for all of the signs. Whatever reading you watch or listen to, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person here reading energy and tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. Now that I've said that, let's hop into the reading. May I have the money energy for Capricorn for December? May I have the money energy for Capricorn for December? May I have the money energy for Capricorn for December? What is it that Capricorn needs to hear? What is it that Capricorn needs to hear? What is it that Capricorn needs to hear? May I have some cards, please? Thank you. May I have some more cards, please? Thank you. Oh, that came out for Sagittarius. Okay. Good energy, Capricorn. Good energy. May I have another card, please? Thank you. Okay, so you're saving up right now. You're being very cautious with your money. You're not penny pinching. I'm not saying that. It's just that, okay, that's a good way to explain it. Thank you. You remember the thing that the banks do sometimes, or like they were really doing, it was really, really popular, where if you went to the store and bought something on your debit card, it would round it up. Like, let's say it was, $5.77. It would round it up to $6 and then take the 23 cents and put it in your savings account. I feel you're doing something similar, where it's sort of like, you know what you're paying for something, but at the same time you're like, okay, or you could be doing that exact same thing, like the literal thing of that. I feel like some of you might be doing that, but I feel like others of you are like, okay, well, I'm going to spend this much this month. I can afford to put this much aside and do that. So it's sort of like you're really looking at things. The first card that came out is chess, which is money strategy, wise spending, long game, career, military leader, thinking it through. So again, I feel like you're strategizing and you're being very, very, strategic, but which is also strategy. It's just you're being very discerning about where your money goes. That's the thing. Second card to come out is coins. This came out for Sagittarius. Money coming in, wealth, good investments, career, sales and finance, getting a raise, lucky. So you have money coming in. I also feel like for some of you that your investments are paying off, that you invested your money in something and now it's actually working for you, is what it's doing. You may be hearing good news about that going into December or going into January, is what may happen. Also, you're thinking about retirement too, because eggs is here. And this one says, starting over, saving up, resources, nest egg, healthcare is the career field, new opportunities, insurance. And I feel like some of you are investing in your own financial insurance policy. That's kind of what the energy I'm picking up, your own financial insurance policy. That's what it is. While you're putting money aside, you're doing certain things, because I feel you want to do everything in your power to make sure you're secure should anything go off the rails. So again, you're being very strategic with where your money is going to. Okay, let's pull from the tarot and then we'll wrap this up. May I have the money energy for Capricorn for December? Money energy for Capricorn for December. money energy for Capricorn for December. Can we clarify the cards on the table? Can we clarify the cards on the table? Something told me to take this. I'm going to set it to the side. Can we clarify the cards on the table? This has been interesting that the cards, out of 2 of my decks, this one included, has not come out yet, and I've had to do it intuitively. I may get the same thing. May I have a card, please? Thank you. So, that's why. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. All right, I need one more card. Thank you. Wow, you just really gave that to me. Okay. And just like that. All right, bottom of the deck is the 7 of Wands. This is standing by your principles. Some people, actually, I don't want to say judging you, but some people might be, what's the word I'm looking for? Not teasing, maybe teasing, like, oh, why don't you spend more money? Or whatever, or either when it's time to pay for something, you might be the one that's like, okay, why are we paying this much money for this? If you go out with friends or something, it's like, why don't we go to this restaurant? It doesn't cost that much. Why are we eating here? Those type of things. I honestly feel you're doing this insurance, this financial insurance policy, because something happened in the past. And this is 10 of Wands energy, where there may have been a heavy burden. And for some of you, you're like, never again. And also with the High Priestess here, I feel there's 2 things. One thing, I feel the money that you're saving, you're not telling anyone about it. You're keeping quiet about it. Also with the High Priestess here, I feel that you're gaining a lot of knowledge, which goes with this chess card. You're doing research on all things money. It is what you're doing to make sure you're making the best decision that you can make. Also with this High Priestess here, I feel like some of you went through a bad period with money, but you didn't tell anyone. No one knows, which they don't know. Like when you have a knee-jerk reaction, like your default reaction when something is what you consider to be, overpriced or whatever, they don't realize that the reason you act like that sometimes is because you had a bad experience with having all this debt hanging over your head, or, this or that involving money issues. But no one knows because you didn't tell anyone. So I feel there's that there too. But now you're in a different energy where it's like, okay, I'm being very cautious with my money. And then the Page of Cups is here as well. And with the Page of Cups, it's about receiving an offer, but it's also about making an offer too. It's also about having emotional fulfillment. One thing that I'm getting with this is being able to sleep at night. I feel like that's a big thing for you. Being able to sleep at night and not have to worry about all of the stuff, because Page of Cups is like a carefree energy. And you want to be able to enjoy life without thinking about, oh my gosh, will I be able to pay this? Is the car, is the car paid off? Do I have a payment coming? Is this happening? What's going on with the rent or the mortgage or this or that? You don't want to have to be in that energy. You would rather be in a carefree energy like a child. So this is why you're being so strategic with your money, and you're sort of setting up financial insurance, as I would call it. All right. So that is your message. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Till next time, be blessed.